guys, welcome. I'm bringing you a general reading for the collective all about the full moon in Cancer, as well as the major retrogrades of Venus and Mercury and the moving of the north nodes. It is here. It is upon us the day after the full moon. So the full moon's on the 17th, Monday here in the States, 6:48 p.m. I want to say. And then the very next day on the 18th, the north and south nodes of the moon move signs out of Gemini and Sag and into Taurus and Scorpio. The nodes always move retrograde, so they kind of go back a sign. So I need to talk about all of that for this reading. And so for those who aren't interested in the astrology piece, this is time-stamped. So you can jump ahead to the oracle or you can jump ahead to the tarot. Honestly, I think the whole point of tarot is to understand how the cosmos influences us. Astrology is woven into the deck, into the standard traditional tarot deck. And I think it's so important to kind of know what's impacting us as a collective, but also as individuals. So that being said, full moon in Cancer, as I said, it is a water sign, so Cancer itself is about nurturance and self-protection, right? The crab has that hard outer shell to protect its soft underbelly. Cancer rules the fourth house. Fourth house is family, mother, home life, private life. Where the opposite, which right now the sun is in Capricorn, so that's why we're having the full moon. They're across from each other on the zodiac chart. Capricorn is all about structure. It rules the 10th house of job, career, public life, and father. So very different energies in opposition to each other right now. So the Cancerian full moon, find where Cancer is on the outside of your natal chart, and that's the house that will most likely be coming up for some emotional exploration. I'm going to use my chart to show you. So I just did a whole house sign chart. It's each house has its own sign. So my rising sign is Leo, and you can see the little glyph right there of Leo. And then we have Virgo and Libra and Scorpio and Sag and all the way around until you get to the 12th house, and that's where the little sign of Cancer is. So when the full moon reaches its peak in the sign of Cancer, it will be impacting my 12th house. What's 12th house? Well, you can, I just pulled this off the internet. I love this particular chart. It is, how we retreat from the world. So it's called the secrets zone. And, your secret self, the parts of you you don't reveal to others. Very spiritual house as well. Unacknowledged or repressed parts of oneself too. So I got some stuff coming up, and it's been happening for, I got to be honest, about over a week now. So I'm not at all surprised to make that connection. So find where Cancer is on the outside. You can see that I don't have any planets in that house whatsoever. It's a blank house. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about planetary placements. We're not trying to find where the moon is. We're looking for the outside circle. Find Cancer. That's the house. Google it. Just say Cancer, 8th house. And if you put that right in the search bar, it'll come up and tell you the themes and how the Cancerian energy will flavor it. So again, quite a lot of emotional release over the past several days and more to come. We've had Venus retrograde. So Venus is our emotional body. And now Mercury has joined her. And that's our mental body. So now our heads and our hearts, our mind and our feelings are being pulled through the past. That brings up a lot of stuff, lots of confusing communication or perceptions or thoughts about matters of the heart. And that's what we are here on this channel to explore together. So don't be surprised if now that Mercury has joined the mix, your thoughts start to go in wonky directions, and then we have the Cancerian full moon coming up as well, and that's going to be even more emotionally tender for everybody. So the energy of the full moon is about releasing whatever inhibits you from greater care of yourself, right? Because we're talking about inhibitions with Cancer as well. and you need to take care of yourself. We're talking about nurturance, self-nurturance. Where do you go to feel safe in the world? How do you navigate that? And what gets in your way? What blocks you from taking the steps that you need and you need to feel safe and protected? Here's the kicker. As of today, as I am recording this, in fact, we have Sun and Pluto conjoined. And all that means is they're very close together. In fact, they're separated by 1 degree, so it doesn't even look like it looks like they're one. And so imagine, if you will, the way, Pluto is the lord of the underworld. The sun is our conscious awareness. So think of Pluto as the basement, and now we have Venus and Mercury roaming around in the basement, right, close to Pluto. And here comes the sun. And it's like opening the door to the dark, dank basement of our deepest wounds and thoughts and feelings about love and heartache and worthiness of love. It's all about that. And then we shine a Klieg light on it, a big fat spotlight on it. And all that stuff goes scampering in all different directions. But it doesn't go away. So we're consciously being forced to look at what is coming up from the basement. Yeah. So if you've been feeling like yours truly has been feeling pretty out of sorts, a little frayed, like emotions right on the surface, pretty sure I'm going to cry during the tarot reading, I'm a crier, then now you know. I even put all this information in the newsletter. So there's a link below if you're not on the mailing list and you want to get the newsletter in advance. It sort of tells you what's going on. It's kind of fun and cheeky, as you know I like to be. So it's an entertaining read. And I also put all the links to the most popular readings in that newsletter as well. So in case you miss any, you can get to them right from there. So you can check that out. All right, so that is the astrology. That went a little bit faster than I thought. I did a trial run and it took me 25 minutes. So I was like, maybe they don't need to know that much. So the last thing I'm going to cover is the nodes of the moon moving, because this is the big, big thing. That's going to happen the day after the full moon. So they've been, the nodes of the moon are basically just energetic vector points. So, here's the sun. We revolve around it. We orbit around the sun. So see that motion I'm making, there's a line, there's like a circle there. Then here we are, and the moon revolves around us at a slightly different degree than our orbit around the sun. Where those two orbital spheres intersect are the nodes of the moon. Gosh, I hope that just made sense. If you could picture it in your mind, I tried to create it. So it's not a planet, but it is an energetic vector point. And that is how we get eclipses. So that when those vector points are lined up perfectly, and here's the sun, and here's the moon, and here's Earth, right? We get either the sun passing, the moon in front of the sun, behind the sun, in front of the, however the eclipses happen when we lose the sun or the moon for a while, that's a result of the nodes. So they're pretty powerful. We have them in our natal chart. So you have a north node and a south node. I have one. Everybody has one in certain houses and certain signs. They're always exactly opposite the zodiac wheel. But they move just like planets move, because we're always moving the sun, around the sun, and the moon's always moving around us. And so those nodes change. So they're leaving Gemini and Sag. They go retrograde into Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus is love. Scorpio is death. Taurus is stability. It's love and money. Think of the Empress card. It's nurturance. It's unconditional love. And Scorpio, as we know, can be, it's 8th house. Its ruler is Pluto. So Scorpio has the capacity of the death card and judgment to die and be reborn. Okay, Phoenix rising, another great symbol of the stages of Scorpio energy. And, I feel as if Scorpio sometimes gets a bad rap, but in this particular situation, it's representing our past, something we have to move away from. The transformation has occurred, and now we must move toward love as a collective and as each little soul at a time. Choosing love is how the collective moves forward toward love and away from the division and the hostilities and the old ways of being, right? So I don't want to go there too much, but just do that in your head and go, oh, okay, something's changing and something needs to die so we can be reborn to the highest version of ourselves in love. Love of all, love, we're all one, that energy. So for us here, our purposes in this community that we've created, this tribe, you have a choice. You have a choice. And I've been talking about it in each of the new and full moon readings and in a couple of zodiac readings that this is coming. I've been calling it out for a couple of months now. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Well, here it is. So the time is now to choose. Are you going to move toward love? Or are you going to stay stuck in the past and experience a spiritual death? Because that's the choice. And this is happening whether we are in, union with our beloveds or not. So if you continue to come in and, watch a reading here, watch another channel, and you keep throwing all the negative past energy at the keyboard, that's a way that you continue to stay in the past, and your energy will get smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's not what you want. I mean, it's your choice, but I'm here to tell you that there is a profound change coming. And you're either on the train headed toward love, or you're going to be left back at the station, and it will not be a good experience at all. And this is going to be for the next 18 to 24 months. The nodes take a couple months to go through all the signs. So it's about a 2-year, give or take a little bit, cycle. Lecture over. Okay, so what I did is I went in advance and I pulled from both of my favorite Moonology decks, Yasmin Boland's decks. I love her work. I have all her books sitting right here in case I needed to grab it and for backup. So I pulled the cards and I've got some notes. I pulled them out of the deck intentionally. So first we're dealing with a full moon, surrender to the divine. So you may need to, for this message is you may need to forgive someone to release the negative energy. Just surrender it. Okay, so that's one energy. The full moon in Cancer, I've got 2 cards, one from each deck. From her main deck, it says a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So this is talking about an emotionally charged, challenging energy is now coming to an end. So don't worry, all will soon be well, right? The full moon is the peak. It's that climactic moment where something reaches completion, and then we release it. So a personal issue that is emotionally charged, Cancerian energy, where you don't feel safe, right, is coming to a resolution. Second deck, full moon in Cancer from her manifestation deck, this is a new deck, says, let your fears dissolve. Love that language. And there's a little crab, see? So you're not going into the past anymore, right? So you want to let your fears dissolve. You want to let your emotional wounds dissolve. So there's resolution and dissolution. There's resolving and dissolving in this full moon in Cancer. Really nice energies. Then we have the South Node moving, right? And the card for that is don't let your past hold you back, because you're not going there anymore. Like I just said, be thankful for the lessons, but then let that shit go. Okay? As it moves into Scorpio, you do not want to stay there. Okay? And for the North Node, step out of your comfort zone. This is our Dharma, the direction we're headed, which is moving into Taurus. So move toward love. Embody the Empress. That's what I was trying to say before. If you haven't already, I mean, truly embody that energy. And stop obsessing. about your person. Love is not about obsession. Nope. That's what you're letting go. That's what's holding you back. So for some of you, that may mean less tarot readings, and I'm cool with that. I get it. You know, there are times that we kind of have to pull back and reassess and reevaluate, which is also the retrograde energy, where we stand, and sometimes certain things trigger us. And I get easily triggered when I watch tarot readers myself, and the last thing I do is put my fingers on that keyboard. Oh, heck no. If I have to sit on my hands, I sit on my hands, because it isn't fair to the reader. They're just the messenger, and it certainly isn't fair to bring that negative energy into a collective group of people. So I work it out, and then if I have to, I go back. If I feel like I really want to let this reader know something, at most I'll say something like, wow, that one, I felt that one, right? That one hit deep. So that they just kind of know the feedback. But I don't ever lash out. So you may want to rethink that going forward for those of you who have a difficult time, negotiating your impulses to spew it. I would greatly appreciate the extra thought. Okay. All right. So here's some oracle moving on to the oracle now from, that was all part of the warm-up. The oracle from Sacred Traveler, where we've been, where we are, where we're headed. I'm going to do this one quickly. Traveling lightly. Faraway places, yes. Unknown territory. Ooh, okay. Sorry, this feels incredible. So, where we've come from in this last lunar cycle, we've been simplifying, right? Traveling lightly. Simplify your life. Well, it's because this is past energy. I feel we've all been starting to offload some stuff, right? How many times did the Ten of Wands come out? How many times did the Ten of Swords come out? End of a painful cycle, end of a burdensome cycle, offloading the struggle, being done with things and putting them in the rearview mirror. Perfect. So this is saying we've been in that process of lightening our load, and we're getting ready for new horizons. Now this says faraway places, but getting ready for new horizons is really like that Two of Wands moment where we're choosing the path. And that will seem like a faraway place. It might feel foreign to many of us, and that's why it's good that we're traveling lightly. Think of this energetically, of course. It's a metaphor, people. And where are we headed? Unknown territory, right? We're kind of headed into the unknown. You're exactly where you need to be, though. That's the message. I love when it works out like that. See all my notes. I came so prepared for this reading. Ooh, moving on to tarot. So let's take a look at a reading for the collective. This is not sign specific, the extended. I do go Aries through Pisces, and the link for that is below if you want to find out what's coming up for your sign. That will be Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, you can throw the North Node in there too if you know your North Node. Okay. What's coming through for the collective, for the full moon in Cancer? King of Pentacles. Chariot. The Sun. Oh my gosh, I love this already. The Eight of Cups. Yes. Hanged Man. Interesting. And the Two of Cups. On the bottom is the Five of Swords. We got to be careful that we don't buy into any mental games. We don't sabotage ourselves. So it's, or allow ourselves to be sabotaged or gaslighted by others. You can look at that card either way. But the King of Pentacles is a masculine archetype of a life partner. It's someone who shows up in 3D, together, stable, successful in their outer world, right? Because this would be that Capricornian 10th house energy, career, etc. So, but this to me is coming through as the person that we're conjuring up in our mind's eye and wanting here in 3D. And there's the Chariot. So now what crosses us is the Chariot. And the Chariot I happen to cover in the newsletter. It is about victory. It's a movement card, forward movement. But because it's crossing, essentially, think of it like this, it's crossing this King of Pentacles, there may be a little bit of a delay here. The Chariot may be struggling, right? It could be presenting a challenge to make a move. But it does kind of speak to, it is the Cancer card. So I love that it comes up. That's why I chose to do it cover it in the newsletter. So Cancerian energy of the full moon here, but it's presenting a challenge about forward motion. Underneath, in our unconscious awareness, is the sun. Remember I said this is the basement, and the sun is our conscious awareness shining down on what's lying beneath, and there it is. So we've got some Leo energy here in our unconscious awareness. We're really kind of now meeting up with our conscious awareness of the happiness we desire. In the past, 8 of Cups. Yes, walking away from what no longer serves us and going toward what? The sun. Hanged Man is what's crowning us right now. This is the energy that serves us best as we try to achieve our desired outcome. So the Hanged Man is good here because it's suggesting that there's a willingness to sort of hang there in the matrix, see her just kind of suspended there, not really struggling. Again, we see the sun, but it's almost as if to say, yeah, I'm going to surrender this for now. I don't need to take any swift action, nor does my person. And I'm in this energy of observing from a safe distance, a safe vantage point, especially with all the cosmic stuff I just ran through. There's a lot going on. So it's better to take that 30,000 foot view and look at the situation from all angles and perspectives, yours, theirs, and everything else that may be involved. So I like it. And where are you headed? 2 of Cups. I know. It's just gorgeous. So we have the sun underneath. We have the 2 of Cups in the future. We've walked away from what hasn't served us in the past. I love it. And it almost feels, right? Traveling, oh my gosh, that's exactly how it feels. Traveling lightly. We've simplified. We've let some stuff go. I love that. We're readying ourselves for a new horizon. So in essence, we're kind of just in preparation mode, and unknown territory. 2 of Cups. Could be some reunions coming, which is also very common during Mercury retrograde season. I'll just say that. It's not a given, but it does happen very frequently. If you go back in your life and you look at the times you and your person have, what they've either just reappeared or you have felt compelled to reach out, 9 times out of 10, it's a retrograde season. You can find one in your lifetime. King of Pentacles and the Chariot. Yes. So I feel like the struggle with the Chariot, I feel like this is a divine masculine. I'm just going to say that. I'm talking about, could be talking to, a divine masculine who's trying to move toward their happiness. 2 of Cups. But something happened. And that's what's gotten in the way. So the Chariot's struggling. It's presenting a challenge for this person to move toward love. because something befell this connection. It's already happened. It's not happening now. Now, it could be happening for some. For some, there could be a tower moment right now that's delaying any progress in the connection. But for most of you, I think it already happened. And there's because the Fool underneath is what's rolling around in the subconscious energy of this King of Pentacles, wanting to take the leap toward the happiness, wanting to go in that direction. But there's been something, a block on the path, in the way, so the Chariot kind of can't pass. So that's what's being dealt with now, presently. And I do feel like this person wants to take a leap. Let's see, could be you, could be them. See the Sun. Yes, look at this, guys. So, no matter if this I feel like I'm talking to people who are presently in some measure of separation from each other, right? You and your divine counterpart. Either not together presently, or it's very spotty. Because on some level, you know that it's going to take work. I think you're looking for creative solutions because you want this happiness. They want the happiness, but there's something that wasn't sustainable and things kind of fell apart or got really rocky. And so here we have the Death card and the Nine of Cups underneath, which to me, this energy coming through, let me make sure you can see everything. Right? So creative solutions to a problem that needs to be resolved. We've got that energy of the full moon in Cancer and transformed Scorpio. And that would be a wish fulfilled. I know. So you're already working this all out. And it's so fascinating to me that we have the Sun and Pluto showing up. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto in the basement, exactly as I just described. And it takes work. You gotta focus on it. You're kind of forced to. We're all being forced to. This is for the collective. None of us are getting out of this alive without doing some work. So let's look at the Eight of Cups in the past. This reading, oh my gosh. Yeah, Eight of Cups, Five of Cups. Almost leaving behind the regrets and mistakes of the past. Opting to be on your own, do your own thing, focus on yourself, get your ducks in a row, focus on business, your home life, whatever, helps you feel empowered and solid and stable, but not losing the passion. This tells me that while you were walking away from the past, your energetic response was preparing for the future, for the new. For whatever it is that lights you up, whoever it is that lights you up. For some, it'll be brand new, and for others, it will be a reignition of the torch of passion. I see it. I see it coming. Hanged Man. Whoop. Damn. Ten of Pentacles, Devil, and the Strength card. We got some powerful Leo energy here. That's just confirmation for some of you. I feel as if there is a surrender of the shadow around this connection. The shadow, okay, because we have the Devil, just hang with me. The shadow around the whole construct of life partnership. King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Life partnership with this person, almost as if it's been nearly obsessive. And there's the release, right? The surrender, the giving it over. And underneath is the strength. Within, in your unconscious awareness, becoming stronger and more confident that you can, in fact, overcome any obstacle. You can release any attachment. You don't need to stay in the basement. Okay. There's liberation. So devil doesn't bother me here. I feel it's very connected to the shadow between the two of you that you've been sort of trying to process and work through pretty separately. But I feel like for those of you watching, you're in that final energy of like, yeah, I'm just going to let it go. What's meant to be will be. And I don't need to obsess about it. I don't need to stay attached to it. I don't need to drag myself back under or be dragged back under. It can go either way. But I feel like this is somebody you, whoever's watching, really feels a potential life partnership with, where you grow and your life expands together. 10 of Pentacles, reaching that energy of completion and legacy and future and family and, all the things we work so hard to achieve is what I like to remind everybody. The 10 of Pentacles is about achievement, but it includes all the aspects, the balance of home life, work life, love, generational energies are in the mix, right? Lineage is what I meant to say. And kind of, winner, chicken dinner. And when you've got one person in your mind that it must be, and you can't get off that no matter what. So, should have said this right off the top. The only card in the tarot deck that overcomes the devil is the Strength card. So the fact that the Strength card, I know it's coming from the bottom of the deck, so it's not part of conscious awareness, but it's in the race. It's basically letting the devil know, I see you. Don't want none. Don't start none. Don't start none, won't be none, is what I hear the Strength card saying to that devil energy, which is coming through as shadow. It's not coming through as a person. At least not to me. 2 of Cups. Where we're headed here. Oh my God, guys. For some of you, this is a brand new love coming in. True soulmate, true life partner, true soul connection. For others of you, this is the love of your life. The one that you may have had the tower moment with. The one that's struggling to kind of move forward. You both are. Yes. Because there was a missed opportunity. 4 of Cups. I feel the emotional distance that gap is closing. Yes. Endings and new beginnings. So for some of you, I'm repeating myself, but ending one cycle, brand new cycle with a new person. For others of you, right? Because you finally let this all go. And if that's what you need to do, absolutely. Absolutely. If, on the other hand, there's been a missed opportunity. Hello, Tower. Missed opportunity. Look, there's the Ace of Cups. Spirit's handing it to this person. There was this missed opportunity. There may be a potentially missed opportunity coming up, but the World card underneath says we're going to reset. We're resetting. So the World underneath, end of one cycle, beginning of another. I feel the 4 of Cups coming through reversed. So no more disappointment, no more emotional distance, no more missed opportunities. New or reunited. So please make sure you keep that in mind. Before I head to the extended, I do want to tell you who showed up. Please know the extended, I'm going to do the second half of a Celtic cross. So you'll get the guidance from Spirit, the hidden energies, the hopes, fears, the potential outcome. And potential outcome will be what we cover for Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So that'll make it more personal to you, therefore. But it's based on this storyline. So here's who's here. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Chariot, Cancer. This Tower is Aries, the Fool is Aquarius, the Sun is Leo, the Death card is Scorpio, Virgo in that 9 of Pentacles, Hanged Man is Pisces, Devil can be Capricorn, Strength can be Leo, Capricorn and Aquarius in the World card. That's really about Saturn. So that's who showed up. Thanks for joining me. The link to the extended is below. That will be time-stamped so you can jump to the signs because it's going to kind of run a little longer than normal. But I hope that you enjoyed it, that you got a lot out of the astrology, that you see where we're headed, what we're leaving behind, and that you are coming with me as we head toward love. Much love to all of you. Bye for now.